Well, guys, I'll tell you, that face right there, that is the theme of today's video. It's a decision. I'm pondering. I'm not sure what to do next. And if you guys want to maybe drop some comments on this video after I explain what's going on to give me some help, I would appreciate it. So I've run into a dilemma. It is a great dilemma to run into, but I have run into a dilemma. So in the past, I haven't been the greatest with legendaries, or like they've been okay legendaries, but maybe some I just haven't wanted to invest resource into as far as the skill tomes. But now I've run into a couple champions where I'm like, what do I do? Who do I put the books into? You know, how they're going to help me out. So this video is kind of about, I'm just kind of trying to talk through it myself to try to figure out what do I want to do. And then hopefully also get some advice from you guys. Get some advice from the viewers, because a lot of times people out there just have incredible advice. So the first person that is in the mind is, you can see right here, Lady Kimmy. Got lucky to pull her a little bit ago, and she is an incredible champion, as many know. She's got a turn meter reduction. Sorry. Yep, turn meter reduction. It's been a long morning already. She has decreased accuracy debuff and decreased speed. She also has a block of buffs, and then increased accuracy and increased speed, which just all wonderful things there. She's got a 30% Doom Tower aura for speed. Sorry, I can't talk straight today, guys. My apologies. Yeah, she had 30% increase for speed. Her passive, whenever the champion places a debuff on any enemy, also decreases that enemy's turn meter by 5% for each debuff placed. Whenever the champion or ally receives a debuff, fill their turn meter 5%. So she's doing some decreasing to the enemy, she's doing some increasing to the allies. Overall, a great champion. And of course, you know, dropping this to a 3-turn cooldown, this going down to 4-turn cooldown, of course, those would be, you know, very helpful. So she is on the list. We do have Prince Kymar. Got him. I have booked him a bit. And by a bit, I mean, technically I only need 2 more books in him to finish him off. But I haven't used him as much as I thought I would so far. Or, you know, just again, maybe I don't fully understand the best places to use him. But he is obviously very close to being done. The other ones that I am now debating, once I find them, I recently pulled Tyrant, who I am considering, he's going to go up to 6 stars for sure. I'm considering because of his, here it is. If you book it, 3-turn cooldown on his A2, which is an AoE HP burn. And I'm thinking for my spider team, which right now has Ultimate Gallic, which, don't get me wrong, is doing an awesome job, but the downside to Ultimate Gallic is that he depends on an increased attack buff. And, you know, if the timing does not line up right with the increased attack buff, then, you know, it doesn't work. So, right here, doesn't need one. So that's why I am debating that. He does also have this passive where it decreases damage inflicted by enemies under an HP burn debuff by 10%, which is just always useful, in all honesty. And the nice thing about this one is it places the HP burn for 3 turns, and it's when it's booked on a 3-turn cooldown, so it can continually be up. Pardon. Sorry, guys, my apologies. But it can always be up. So again, so that's a big reason I'm considering Tyrant. We do have Robar, who recently did just get buffed. He's an AoE monster. He has some of the hardest hitting AoEs in the game, from my understanding. And obviously, you know, increasing damage or cooldowns would be cool, but I just haven't decided where I would truly use him enough yet to benefit from it. Now, we also, as you can see here, we got King Garog, who also did just get a buff, which is great. A lot of the orcs that I had sitting around that weren't that great now suddenly have buffs, and it's awesome. Same thing with Robar, though. I don't know where I'd use him enough to make it worth spending all of like these books to try to get him increased. We also have Grohak the Bloodied, same situation as the last two. Hey, he got buffed. That's awesome, but I don't really know where I'd use him over any of my current champions, as you can see them being scrolled through. Now, the biggest one here, towards the bottom of this, I'm currently working on leveling, is my latest poll. I was incredibly fortunate. I finally completed the Nightmare campaign 100%, and I got the last Sacred Shard. It took me a while to finally do it. Used Paragon, it was great. And I know there's no boosted odds for like 2%, sorry, 2 times odds. But after, you know, being this long that I finally got through it, I just said, I'm opening it. It's my, it's my reward for finally getting this done. I can't wait. I'm opening it. I'll take my chances, roll the dice, whatever it may be. And then you can't see yet because my head is in the way. We pulled Xavia. And up until Xavia, I was pretty darn sure I was just going to use my books on Tyrant, because he's awesome for what I want to use him for like my spider and everything. But then Xavia popped up, and I'm like, man, she's awesome. For those who might not know, her A1, attack an enemy 3 times. Each hit has a 40% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. Wonderful. No increased chance, it's just going to be a straight 40, but there's increased damage from the attack if you book it. The A2, attack all enemies 2 times, so you got a double AoE. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. Awesome again. If you book it, it goes up to a 75% chance of each hit getting an AoE. With that AoE causing a poison. Again, guys, I'm sorry, it is Sunday morning, and apparently I just can't talk straight. So, again, another nice double AoE attack there. It's just fun. But this one here, this is her main one. It does need to be ascended for it to work. Unascended, attack all enemies. AoE, awesome. Enemies killed by this skill cannot be revived. Alright, cool. You know, that's just a nice little skill to have. However, when you ascend it, deal damage from all poison debuffs on the target instantly. Poison debuffs will only deal half of the standard damage when this skill hits bosses. So she is ridiculous for clearing waves and such. And even doing damage to the bosses, you can put some poisons on her, on the boss. So like I said, up until last night when I got this, I was pretty set on Tyrant. Where I was like in that mode of like, I think this is where I'm gonna go. With, you know, some other champions kind of hanging around. But now with Xavia, I'm like, man, she just seems really great. And I mean, even if you are spending some money on the game, legendary books are still not the easiest thing in the world to come by. So I'm trying to make sure that I put my books to the right place. I don't want to waste them. So that's why I'm just in this struggle. Also, she does have a passive, but I'm not concerned about the passive because I can't do anything with it. Attack an enemy, apply a debuff spread effect. Taking 4 random debuffs from the target, placing them all on enemies. Only available when Bellinor is on the same team. We don't have Bellinor, not really too worried about that. And then her aura, increase ally attack in all battles by 33%. I mean, it's honestly, I mean, it's nice because at least it's all battles, you know, it's not just Arena or just Doom Tower or, you know, Faction Wars. So that's a nice one to have. So again, this is kind of where I turn to you guys to say, hey, you know, you help me out, offer some thoughts. I mean, she's going to go up to 6 stars regardless. Like, that is going to happen. But it's, okay, I think my biggest 3 right now are her, our Tyrant, and Lady Kimmy. They're all incredible champions, and I'm just kind of in a spot of, what do I do now? Who do I go with? So if you guys have any thoughts, suggestions to help me kind of through this, please feel free, you know, leave a comment down below. Feel free, if, you know, you like the video, of course, hit like. If you want to see more raid content, feel free to hit subscribe. But I'm going to keep pondering this decision, and I hope you guys have yourselves an awesome day.